Hello, welcome back to Central University. This is a class we call Core 52, based upon the book called Core 52. And we are in chapter 26, which happens to be halfway through the book. There are 52 chapters, we're at 26. So if you're hanging with me and you're still a part of reading this book, watching these videos, congratulations, halfway home. This chapter today is called Our Commission, and the passage, well-known passage that he utilizes is Matthew 28, 18 through 20. It says, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always to the very end of the age." The author, Mark Moore, wants to make it very clear what our mission is, or what I really appreciate that I had never really thought about until I read this chapter, is when he says these words at the beginning of this chapter: global evangelism is not our mission, it's God's mission. It's merely our commission. Hence, we call it the Great Commission. We're not trying to evangelize the world on our own. We're merely trying to partner with God in what He's already doing in our midst to rescue the world that He loves. What a really a neat principle to understand. It's not our mission. It's our commission. We're joining with God in His mission. And it's important for us to understand, one, that it's not all on us, but it's also important for us to understand that this is the mission that God has, that we have been invited and called to join Him on. He also says on the top of page 175 that the Great Commission is simple. Walk with people as you walk with Jesus. Before long, they'll meet each other. I love the simplicity of that. I love the practicality of that. I love what it ultimately calls us back to. That first and foremost, our ability to be a part of the mission of God comes back to our ability to walk with Jesus. We need to be walking with, when we try to reach people, when we try to evangelize the lost and we're not walking with Jesus, it doesn't work. It's ineffective. It doesn't work. It's frustrating. And, ultimately what happens is I think one of the main reasons that some people don't evangelize is that they are at least being honest with the fact that they don't feel like they're walking with Jesus. So, his statement, I think, is great, but it also is freeing, that we don't have to force all of this. We do need to become intentional, but we don't have to force it all. Walk with people as you walk with Jesus, and before long, they'll meet each other. Isn't that great? I hope you enjoyed that. Just a couple other things I want to draw attention to in this chapter. One of the things that people become the most fearful of is if they try to share Jesus with somebody. What if they don't know what to say? What if they don't say the right things? What if they freeze up? And I love the fact that the Word even speaks to that for us, and that Jesus speaks to that for us, and telling us in the Word that God is going to speak through you, that you aren't going to be left alone, that when you're in those moments and you're speaking to somebody, God is going to give you the words to say. What a neat promise that you are not going to be alone. And so the excuse and the fear that we have about sharing Christ with someone, God speaks right to that. Jesus speaks right to that to us to say, listen, I will be there with you. I will give you the words to say. I will speak through you. It's a great opportunity for you to experience the culmination of that promise. One of the most exciting things you will ever experience in this life is speaking about Christ to other people, sharing your experiences with Christ with other people. It is incredibly exciting when you walk through that process and you come out of it and you realize that God was with you, that it was a divine appointment, that he spoke, and you may have felt like you fumbled and bumbled around, and yet God spoke through it right to that person that you were in front of. Well, listen, we're missing out when we don't take advantage of these opportunities to speak to people about our faith. The fears that hold us back, the excuses that we use, listen, we're missing out. It's not about we should have, God's down on us. It's not about condemnation. I'm just speaking to you, frankly, from the perspective of how rewarding it is, how incredible of an experience it is in your walk with the Lord to share your faith with someone. You are going to experience exactly what the Word says. So I want to encourage you to think about that practically. Don't just put it away and think, that'll be good someday. But like practically speaking, today, as you walk throughout your day today, or where are the opportunities for you to speak about your faith? Who right now? Who are you in relationship with right now that you could share what God has done in your life? What's the story that you will tell? Who will you speak to? And what opportunities will you take advantage of to experience the provision, the promises of God being fulfilled in your life because he speaks for you in those situations? So remember today, it's not our mission, it's God's mission, and we are on this mission with him. And he's going to take care of you. And you and I have an incredible opportunity, and watch how your faith will grow if you're willing to give testimony to it. So God bless you. Look forward to seeing you in chapter 27.